Stop pumping that pedal. You are just aerating the fluid. If you have just replaced your brake calipers and the pedal goes straight to the floor like you are stepping on a wet sponge, the problem is likely not your master cylinder. It is almost certainly your installation orientation. Put the wrench down and walk to the wheel you just worked on. Look through the rim spokes at the new caliper. Find the bleeder screw. That is the small hexagonal valve with the nipple on it. Is it pointing up toward the fender well or down toward the pavement? If that nozzle is pointing at the ground, you have installed the calipers on the wrong sides of the vehicle. You put the left unit on the right side and the right unit on the left. The answer to your brake problem is a simple geometry error. The bolt pattern on the steering knuckle is symmetrical on most trucks and sedans. The bolts line up perfectly, the pads slide into the bracket, and the banjo bolt threads in without a fight. It looks right, but internally, it is completely wrong. A brake caliper is just a hydraulic room designed to manage buoyancy. Air bubbles are lighter than brake fluid. In any liquid environment, gas seeks the highest point. Engineers drill the internal passage for the bleeder screw at the absolute ceiling of the piston bore to act as a chimney. When the caliper is mounted correctly, the bleeder is at the 12 o'clock position. As fluid fills from the bottom, it pushes the air up and out that chimney. When you swap the sides, you flip that room upside down. The chimney is now at the floor. You can bleed that system for 10 hours. You can use a vacuum pump, a pressure bleeder, or the two-person pedal method. It does not matter. The fluid flows in, runs across the bottom of the bore, and exits the bleeder, leaving a massive pocket of air trapped at the top of the piston chamber. You cannot suck air down against gravity in a fluid system. That trapped air compresses every time you hit the brakes, which is why your pedal feels soft. You are compressing gas instead of moving a solid column of liquid. To fix this, you have to undo the work. Do not try to bleed it again. It is a waste of DOT3 or DOT4 fluid. First, verify the casting marks. Wipe the grease off the back of the caliper housing. You are looking for a stamped L or R. R near the mounting ears. The L stamp must be on the driver's side for standard left-hand drive vehicles. If the stamps are correct but the screw is down, you have the wrong parts boxed incorrectly. But usually, it is just a swap. Get your catch pan ready. Brake fluid eats paint, so keep it off your clear coat. Clamp the rubber flex hose gently with line clamps to stop the reservoir from draining dry, which would introduce air into the ABS module. A much bigger headache. Unbolt the banjo bolt connecting the brake line. You must remove and discard the copper crush washers. These are single-use items. Once they deform to create a seal, they work harden. If you reuse them, they will leak under the 1,000+ psi of hydraulic pressure your foot generates. Swap the calipers to their correct sides. Clean the threads on the mounting bolts. A drop of blue thread locker is often recommended here, to keep vibration from backing them out. Torque the caliper bracket, bolts to spec. On a standard half-ton truck or sedan, this is usually a heavy torque, often between 80 and 130 foot-pounds, but check your manual. It needs to be tight. Reinstall the brake line with fresh copper washers. Snug the banjo bolt down. Do not over-torque this, as it is a hollow bolt, and can snap. Usually, 20 to 30 foot-pounds is plenty to crush the copper. Now, look at the orientation. The bleeder screw should be pointing skyward. Connect your clear tubing to the nipple. Crack the valve open. When your helper presses the pedal, you will hear a hiss. That is the trapped air finally escaping. Once you see a solid stream of amber fluid with no bubbles, lock the screw down. The pedal should now feel rock hard. You are finally pushing hydraulic fluid. Check the fluid level in the reservoir, put the cap back on, and test the brakes at low speed before hitting the highway.